more CC. It works well with the Alistair, the ball carry. It works well with Alistair's engage options as well. But you are going to lose a lot of, I feel like, safe late-game damage that the Victor would have provided, so...
Yep, and a lot of consistent magic damage is sort of missing as well. Like, Orianna, yes, you can have that 5-man Shockwave Dream, just really put the screws in on this top side.
They were making a play topside.
Yeah, Grand Entrance is good as they do find effort. The Unbreakable Will does come down, but they're looking to try and get through it. Bladewell gets a lot of value against Ghost, who flashes in and grabs the first blood. Now Prince looking to try and turn it onto Canyon, but he just books it out of there. And the Graves is going to put down Shelly to make a quick getaway, but first Turret Blood will go over to Liv Sandbox in trade for the first blood that was picked up by Damwon Kia. That's an exhaust on to Summit, though, is Khan trying to escape this one. I don't think he's going to be able to, as Meganar is going to come in if Summit needs it. He doesn't, though. Canyon's going to trade this, grabs himself the Infernal Drake, because, of course, we have another Cloud. I have to apologize yet again.
Because of that bottom exchange. And Canyon is nearby.
Yep, Khan setting himself up as well as Fate slightly zoned out by the Scion. Showmaker getting into position. We'll see whether the Scatter the Weeks actually work, as there's the Gnar onto Canyon, who has to flash to get himself out of the way. Shirley, not even... Oh, she does reset. Out of patience at the very end, as now it's going to be Khan that does find On Fleek. Gets snared up there just a little bit as Beryl in with the quickness, but doesn't even really need it. And that is going to be a very dead... I don't think should put on that much emphasis on this, as Effort is going to interrupt the Decimating Smash, but he just gets exploded. Popped like a balloon. Beryl gets out of there, has to flash to escape the shockwave, and now Canyon looking to try and tank as much as he can. Gets the heal from Ghost and escapes. Khan is just an immovable object in the front line. He gets walloped, though. Can they actually focus him down? As there's the flash, Decimating Smash. Showmaker off to the side, getting zoned out by the rest of Liv Sandbox. A big old Nara's Khan continues to stay alive, but there, finally, the trigger is pulled by Prince. Whirls the blades around, and they lock down Ghost as well. Showmaker finds the backside, as On Fleek is going to be taken out. And now Damwon Kia look to try and escape this one. Summit gets over to the side. Canyon at about 300 health. And Damwon Kia looking to escape. It was a one fight for Liv Sandbox, as Summit looking to continue it here by the looks of things. Canyon gets himself a little bit of a boop, and goodbye, baby no.
Roam around the map, you're going to force teleports out. You're going to...
Oh, here's the quickness. Yeah, Bladewell not going to save you here, as Beryl's going to lock that one down himself. And they'll take the inner turret as well. Damwon in such high priority, as that's a big Gnar into the wall there, as Beryl is going to grand exit once again. He's been using it to exit a lot in this game, and does so by the hair on his chinny chin chin, as now you can see Canyon moving on in. On Fleek has to flash to get out of the pit, and Canyon just books it and says, all right, job done. Effort now over to the side. Beryl very, very low still, but sticking around. On Fleek gets into the pit, but it's Scion that locks down the Cloud Soul, and now the fight is on. Beryl still with no health in the backline, but it is going to be Liv Sandbox that find themselves the fight, and even though they have some lower health bars.
Like, if On Fleek steps over the line for 1 second, he is dead.
Well, in comes the train as they are looking for Effort. Grand Entrance misses onto Prince, but the Scatter the Weak doesn't. Effort still burning down just a little bit here. Had to use the ulti, as now Canyon bides his time, waits for his opportunity, but maybe this is not it. Does, of course, once again, finds his way into the back, just killing more and more wards, control with their spots. Effort. He gets into the pit now, looking for the Pulverize, gets on into 2-4, Shockwave from Fate is massive, and Showmaker burns to death. The Scion grabs the Samira, though they don't have a lot of damage now, as Ghost is untouched, but it's a huge Gnar into the backline, and Ghost is eradicated. Khan and Canyon, the two tanky boys, trying to do what they can. They might be able to escape, actually, because, of course, you know, Udyr runs extraordinarily quickly. Khan maybe not going to be quite so lucky, as he does flash his way to get underneath this turret, but it looks like Liv Sandbox.
But they're not able to turn this into...
Oh, we drifting. He finds both of them. Shockwave does collect a couple, but the quickness and Grand Entrance combo is too good. And despite the last team fight, despite the heroics from this mid laner, he is just going to be taken down by this swerving train.
I mean, Canyon is like a living meme.
Train. This ulti cooldown thing, dude, like, I didn't realize how good Cloud Soul was.
It's so good.
It's because of this gentleman right here on your screen. The huge mega tank Scion that just, like, this train never going to be delayed, I promise you, all right? This is a Korean level train, not an Australian level train. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting 3 minutes for mine, not 20, you know? This Baron is absolutely dead. The Elder on top of
kill
it.
on everybody.
This was sick. Look at this. How?
Okay, you can't be here.
What? How does he get around?
This is what Cadrill and Chronicle would call illegal.
Yes.
You're not allowed to be there. Not allowed. It's done.
Just a brick wall. That's what it is.
I want to see Canyon race, like Speed Racer in the Mach 5.
Yeah. You remember there used to be custom games you used to play as I'm going to have to hold that thought as Beryl goes in. He immediately gets shockwave and obliterated. Canyon booping Summit off to the side as there's a killer instinct from Ghost. Man, feels like he hits his 1,000th kill, and now he's super aggressive. However, they're not able to actually get themselves a kill. Running forward, running back. And
Canyon's
back.
playing tag.
And running forward again, and back. And Showmaker has now found Summit for a bit of real damage as in goes Ghost. What the heck was that? The quickness finds the backline. 4 members from Beryl. I take it all back. He dies, but it was beautiful. And Samira is now dead. Canyon's booping people left, right, and center. And Damwon Kira found the team fight finally. They lock up Fate. He's over the wall, but Canyon's there. He is taking a bit of real damage right now. It's a triple kill for the Nah. And in fact, Damwon Kia do not find
that
it.
Was
yes,
insanely.
Khan stays alive, but I was too busy focusing on the dang Udyr instead of focusing on Liv Sandbox winning the fight. Yes, their base is destroyed, but they are still in it.
I mean, Liv Sandbox, it's going to be hard for them to take this Drake right now, as Khan is just going to continue to harass here. This is really frustrating to deal with. They do have a teleport, though. Summit? It's just over at that point.
And then it just takes a little bit of extra time to try and get through Canyon and Khan if they actually stick around. As now, it's Liv Sandbox's turn to get on top of this Baron. Canyon in the area, doesn't have flash, and not going to be able to make it into this pit on time, as now he's booking it, trying to escape, but he's not going to be able to. And it's the Nah that grabs the kill. You can see inhibitors have been taken down once again. We've got pings for Liv Sandbox. Okay.
He thought they were going the other side. He was going to try to interrupt, I guess, but
he wants to stop the backs. But now Ghost and Showmaker are in the base. There's only one Nexus turret. They have a minion wave. This is not a race that you're going to win.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he just didn't know where they moved. He didn't have vision of where Liv Sandbox were. Khan didn't, so he thought he could stop the back, so maybe they could win the game. Either way, this is still win for Damwon.
Whoa! Summit found him. Caught up to Showmaker. This is huge. Summit is actually trying to win this game by himself. 8-1 and 8 right now.
Yeah,
on this.
As soon as Showmaker respawns, they have a chance to win this game.
Well, 15 seconds until that Syndra is back up again, as now Effort going in with that headbutt. Ghost is going to be the one we need to look at, as Fate doesn't find the shockwave. Ghost now tries to get the big damage, but there's no Narstun into the wall. Ghost is frontlining for some reason, but does manage to get down into that GA. He pops back up. Khan has a shield the size of Narnia, and Ghost stays in there. A double kill now. Summit's dead. The Inferno Trigger will not find it, and it's a quadra kill for Ghost to finish off this game.
What an incredible end to what was an insanely fun game, Alice. 44 minutes here of absolute hilarity across the board. Wow, and that's the end of it. Ghost survives long enough in that fight, and finally he lives long enough to do the damage they couldn't do in the previous fight. And Damwon Kia, what a meme of a game that we just watched there, but they take it in the end.
They had no right of winning that game. Absolutely no right. Take a victory on last time around, but now Damwon Kia are going to be taking that one towards the top side. So, Aatrox versus Gragas is what it's going to be about.
Yeah, and I mean, this is totally fine, I think, if everything else goes well for Damwon Kia. I have some Yeah, it's a cool one, Arcade. Yep. You know how I love old games.
Ooh, there's a big old flash in. There's a rocket jump as well. Immediate exhaust onto Ghost as Prince is able to run it out, but did have to use every summoner spell.
Safely around the river. Once again,
there's a Hex Flash as we... Oh no, the Dredge Line misses, and immediately the Kai'Sa explodes. It's first blood, and it goes over to Beryl, who is having a cathartic experience as the Encore lands onto the Azir, but unfortunately it misses Canyon, and another kill, one after the other. Sandbox not quite able to get access to the river right now. Damwon Kia, they've set up the Phalanx, and they should be able to take some control, as there's the Magnet Storm. Dredge Line is decent onto the backside, and it is actually a steal away of the Herald. The Nautilus will fall, however, a lot of the damage still available here for Liv Sandbox. Khan trying to kite this one out as it's a double kill for Prince, but the Emperor's Divide is massive. That being said, Summit, oh no! That's not what you wanted out of Showmaker. Flashes into a body slam, and now Khan's going to be swept up and Live Sandbox find the initial team fight.
Very well played here from
by themselves. You can utilize those in order to get that, but it's not like a fishing for pick type team composition. And that can be really dangerous, as Shelly's going to do a bit of a headbutt here, as there's a Magnet Storm from Beryl, but he's likely to fall down. Onfleet gets into the back line, will get swept underneath the inner turret and taken down. So slightly overly aggressive, and yeah, the turret fortification working out very, very well, as too many people piling underneath, and unfortunately, as you can see, now Damwon Kia looking for an opportunity once again. The flash in from Canyon looking for Prince. There's the Killer Instinct. Onfleet moving his way over as well, and have they bitten off more than they can chew? Oh, Ghost able to pick that one up with the Buster Shot at the very end, as they're just looking to try and create space so that they can take down this outer turret. No more minions left over though, as now Beryl over the wall. Summit feels like he may have found Beryl. And he does so, yeah, that's a crash down that ain't going to work. Magnet Storm comes in, and now Summit, who's trapped in where with who, as now Ghost finds the auto. Summit pulled back by the Infernal Chains, and that's the big front line now removed. Effort finds the dredge line onto Khan, and Khan not too worried about it. The Azir nowhere in sight, as Liv Sandbox now having to try and defend this outer turret. Beryl still very, very low, as in goes Effort once again. I don't know whether he necessarily wanted to though, as Khan pretty happy to tank up this turret. Ghost needs to be a little bit careful going overly aggressive for this outer turret can, rather than fall victim to it. As I say it, I cast curse the heck out of Effort, who will be just taken down. Canyon stops Fate from getting on in there and just immediately gets smashed back into Liv Sandbox. Summit, my God, he's having the series of his life. Flowing water completed by Fate. So the staying power of Liv Sandbox in these team fights is going to be very high. In goes Beryl, finds track repel onto 4. 3-man Emperor's Divide as well, but they need to make sure that they secure these kills. Effort's going to go down first, and there goes Prince, as now the cavalcade of Damwon Kia is going to head forward. That beat drop was pretty damn sick from Fate, but unfortunately, the rest of his friends are dead.
Yep, that's the, I mean, it's like I cast your curse. I'm like, look at all the engage tools they have. You know, if they didn't have an Azir, they'd be out of trouble, but if you have the perfect Magnet Storm fight there with the follow-up from the Azir, like, that's all it takes. And you can't group up against that. You have to respect that. I mean, this is one of the more simpler tools that Damwon Kia have to engage, and even though they have, you know, Liv Sandbox have so many different ways and so many get-out-of-jail-free cards on their side.
10 out of 10 kill participation as well. He's making things happen. After what was a pretty forgettable experience on the Rakan, as we're going to see another fight. The Encore lands just onto Beryl, though, who soaks so much damage. He's still alive, by the way. Effort is going to be booped away. Beryl eventually does fall, is in the back line. Onfleek's taking matters into his own hands. The Acathian Rain lands down onto Ghost, who gets over the wall and says goodbye to the horsey and will survive.
You're stuck now. Where are you running? Where are you running, Damwon Kia?
I mean, thankfully, Canyon is like the fastest bear on the Rift, so he should be all right. As Summit going to get chained.
The choke point
there, and there we go. Khan's going to have to flash his way out. Okay, Beryl diving on him once again. Another decent Magnet Storm, as if this fight keeps going, it's going to be well and truly in favor of Liv Sandbox. Look at the health bars. They're barely even going down. Prince locks him down, but there goes Showmaker. Finds the Emperor's Divide. Is it going to be enough, though, is going to be the question, as Fate goes golden in the back line. Onfleek has to get the heck out of there. Showmaker was untouched for so long, as now Summit's trying to escape. The Sand Soldiers are trying to be the entire team for Damwon Kia, and in the end it is a 3-for-3. It's Damwon Kia from Fate. As the Sand Soldiers, man, they hit you. It's real scary. That's a bit of a party cast. Yeah, exactly. Only really gets Showmaker out of the fight, as Summit's going to get closed in on. Dredgeline does absolutely nothing, as now the Rel goes in. The Magnet Storm is massive. The ulti from the Hecarim's decent, but look, everyone has the grievous wounds. There's the Empress denial, actually, onto Liv Sandbox, and another pentakill for Ghost. How many times does this guy need to wrap up team fights? And Damwon Kia will win the game.
Oh, he's going to wrap up tonight in a big present. Here, there's no minions, so this looks a little bit silly. But as they arrive, your Damwon Kia will be able to finish off this turret. Beryl! Okay, he's fine.
He's going to be okay in the end.
Well, I mean, there you have it. Really bad task, I have to say, for Summit. Like, I don't want to be too critical of this guy after a pretty fantastic 2 games, but the cast there was very weak, and it would have helped. It would have been huge for them if he actually had held that going into the last part of the fight. But Damwon Kia had too much damage.
Yeah. And Ghost, great positioning. Rocket jump flash was really cute right there, as we could see, but got the resets, got the repositions, and we were talking about the fact that this composition for Live Sandbox would empower on...